Loki. It is the one and only Ronan the Traveler. Man, thank you guys for rocking out with this channel. Man, I had to redub this video because the original sound had bachata music playing in the background and YouTube was not having it. So I got a question from a brother and he says, Ronan, been watching your channel. I'm thinking about moving to the Dominican Republic. Can you tell me some things that you dislike about living in Santo Domingo and living in Sosua? Because I see you stayed in both places. My brother, I can answer you. Let me tell you some things, man. First of all, there is not that much I dislike about this country. Man, the Dominican Republic fit me like a glove. I love the Dominican Republic, but there's things I dislike about it. But I'm gonna give you a few things, man. But you talking about moving over here, you have to get ready for certain things. Next, man, look. First things first, make sure that you got enough money to take care of yourself, man. I done ran into a few expats and people that just didn't have any money. And they out there, bumming, and they like that New Jack City song. Remember, live in just enough for the city. And they over here begging for presidentes, man. So make sure that you have a income. That's the first thing, man. Before you move anywhere, make sure you got enough money coming in to take care of yourself, man. I've had relatives that moved to Africa. They couldn't afford it. They came back. They didn't plan. So before you move anyway, have a plan. I'm gonna answer you, but have a plan. And watching YouTube videos, it can help, but I know most people watching them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? You watch them cheeks all day. Sometimes that can lead you in the wrong direction, man. Everybody like cheeks, but listen, do your research, do your due diligence. Just don't go do nothing. Just don't. Take your time, my brother. So we're going to get into some things I dislike. The number one thing I dislike being over here is the traffic. And this is Santo Domingo mostly, but you can run into this on the North Coast. But the traffic is crazy. This is the number one thing, man. The traffic, man, you got motor conchos zipping through everything, man. You got people not really following the traffic lights, not trying to. Look, if the Dominican Republic, if the government get the traffic situation situated, man, this would be a utopia. It's like that traffic situation is crazy, man. I remember recently getting on a Caribbean tourist bus, and I'm telling you, brothers, man, if you in Santo Domingo and you about to travel to the North Coast, that's a 4-hour ride. And if you get on that bus too late, it's gonna take way longer than that. It might take you 6-7 hours to get to the North Coast, man. So make sure you get on that Caribbean tourist bus early if you're going to take it, because the traffic is crazy leaving my Santo Domingo. The traffic is nuts. When I lived in Santo Domingo, they had certain times of the day I just wouldn't go nowhere. And that's why I love staying in that Piantini area. Everything's right where I need it to be. I can walk through it. So that number one thing, traffic. Number two ties on to that, man. The motor conchos. Oh, man, I dislike the motor conchos, man. Not just because they zip through traffic. A lot of the petty crime and little things that happen, a cat will catch you on the motor concho, man. You ride up to you, man, take your stuff and just zip off. The motor, filming videos and stuff, I'm very aware of motor conchos. I got my phone and my camera around, I get some footage of me walking, but I'm always alert of the motor conchos. Then they passing early in the morning, man, they wake you up, and this is the culture, and so I'm not crapping on them, I'm just telling you things I dislike. Next thing I dislike, man, that was number two, this is number three. I dislike the stray dogs, man. They got stray dogs everywhere. You be on the beach, you could be in neighborhoods, the dogs are just everywhere. That's something I dislike, the stray dogs. The next thing I dislike, and these are small things to me, man. Our power cuts off. Me and my girl got a little spot in the country, right? And this happens all over, even tourist areas. But the tourist areas got good generators, so the power cut off. but it'll kick back on. But when you leave out of those tourist areas, man, and your power can cut off. So we have a inverter on the house. When the power cuts off, it'll cut back on. But let me tell you, and this tying into the house thing, and this now we talking about things I dislike, but I'm gonna tie this into it, man. In the Dominican Republic, we live in this little humble house. The power cuts off. They have issues in the neighborhood, but the people are loving, and we all are a family. They welcome me in. I appreciate these people. And look, in the United States, I live in a beautiful 3-bedroom condo. I got a water feature, and the power never cuts off. AC runs. But let me tell you, man, I don't say that to brag. I say this to make a point. I'm more happier in my little Dominican neighborhood with my power cutting off than I am in the United States, because the United States have changed so much and went just completely left. And I'm not even talking about on a political level. It's just, I don't know what's going on. They pushing different agendas, pushing different things. I don't really co-sign. So I would rather be in the Dominican Republic just on that. Now look, this is the number one thing I don't like. I'm gonna do an honorable mention first. Trash. Certain neighborhoods, you have trash in certain neighborhoods that people will just throw trash on. And I know a lot of people just trying to live, I understand that. But the number one thing I dislike about the Dominican Republic is the women. They said, oh, no, Ron, I know you ain't talking about the women. You don't like the women. I don't like the women. There's too many of them. If you used to the United States, man, you have never seen nothing like the Dominican Republic. I'm talking about, you can walk around the United States, you see a pretty chick every now and then, but over here, oh, man, there's a beautiful woman on every corner, every shop, everywhere you go. They really grow from trees, and they're nice, and they're pleasant, and they don't have a chip on their shoulder. I'm talking about regular women. These women are awesome, man. Gorgeous. I'm talking about from the police women to the women working at the coffee shop there. They're just beautiful, nice women. They get a bad reputation, man. So I always try to balance it off. I tell stories, I say, but I'm usually the one messed them relationships up, man. Every relationship I done had, except for the one I'm in now, I have messed it up because it's just too many. So that's one thing I hate. It's just too many freaking beautiful women. And you're going to find this, man. I keep telling you, when you come over here and you get in a relationship and you're going to be doing good, and then you're going to go somewhere and the other one going to want, and that's what them happened to me many, many times. My whole life has been like that. Remember that 1970s, 1980s Incredible Hulk? David will go get a job somewhere. He's doing good. He might be working at a store, and some gang members come in there. They get in a fight. He turns to the Hulk. Then he got to hitchhike and go somewhere else. He done messed up everything. That's what them happened to me, man. Let me tell you, I meet a good chick. I'm talking about a good girl. Got a job, not asking me for money, and I get in a relationship with her, and I'm going to church with her or something, and I met the family, and I'm doing okay too, until the freaking full moon comes out. I changed to a werewolf. Next thing you know, I woke up some other woman's house, so out of this and I'm sleeping with all these women. I wake up and say, what did I do? I have ruined the relationship. Then you see me hitchhiking down the road on the Caribbean tourist bus going to another part of the island. So that's one thing I don't like, these beautiful women. But other than that, man, Dominican Republic is wonderful, brother. You will enjoy yourself, man. So shout out to the Blue Book Passport Cartel. If you haven't joined our group, join the group. We only want solid members, though. We don't want people in there telling people how they need to be living. That group is for people traveling. Hey, man, you going over here? Yeah, man, let's link up. So you're never alone, man. So I just wanted to answer the brother question, man. Hopefully I did it. Thank you guys for rocking out with the channel, man. I'm on the way back to the States, and I'll see you guys then. I'm going to drop some videos from my house, man. So we out. Peace.